What up, YouTube? T-Movies here. It's Thursday. That means time for my opening this week segment where I talk about the new films opening this week. Alright. First up, there is the new family film, Call of the Wild, which is based on the classic book by Jack London, starring Harrison Ford, a horrible-looking CGI dog. I mean, the reviews, by the way, for this is pretty solid. I'm... just that CGI dog. I think that's going to take you out of the way of the movie, but, anyway, but I think this looks like it could be, like, despite the whole CGI dog not looking good, this movie kind of looks pretty intriguing. I mean, it is nice to see Harrison Ford doing something else out. Like, in the recent past years, he's been returning to Blade Runner, Star Wars. So it's nice to see, Harrison Ford come back to promise and to, like, hopefully it's better than his early 2000 films, obviously, but, anyway. Alright, also out this week, there's Brahms the Boy 2, which is the sequel to 2016's The Boy, which I really enjoyed the first Boy. I thought it was really creepy, terrifying. That doll, I mean, oh man. But here's what the sequel is about. Unaware of the terrifying history of Hillshire Mansion, a young family moves into the estate where their young son soon makes an unsettling new friend and airy lifelike doll he calls Brahms. So it's the same doll from the first film. This has Katie Holmes is in this. Looks terrifying, but I haven't really cared much for the trailer. So I like the first Boy, but I'll be seeing this tomorrow, so hopefully I'll enjoy it. Also out this week, there's the film Emma, which is based on the Jane Austen novel, starring Anna Taylor-Joy, Bill Nye. I think this looks really interesting. I mean, I do like Anna Taylor-Joy. She's probably one of the best actors working today. You know, for The Witch, she was great in Thoroughbreds. Yeah, she was in Playmobil, but we don't talk about that. So hopefully Emma will be pretty decent. Also at this week, there's a thriller called The Night Clerk. Now, here's what this is about. While on duty, a young socially challenged hotel clerk, played by Ty Sheridan, witnesses a murder in one of the rooms, but his suspicious actions lend him as the elite detective's #1 suspect. And this also stars Ana de Armas, John Leguizamo, Helen Hunt. This looks interesting. I mean, I do like Ty Sheridan. You know, he's best known for Ready Player One fame and all that. But man, this looks like it could be something really interesting to watch. Alright, also out this week, there's a there's a film called My Boyfriend's Mez, but it's a Spanish version of it called... I'm not really good with Spanish, so bear with me, but the Spanish version is called Las Pedrolas de Novio. What? Anyway, this is actually from that Spanish company Pantaleon, who's actually, I guess, the Spanish version of Lionsgate or something like that. And they have done some pretty good films. I mean, Destruction Not Included, that Will Ferrell Casa de Mi Padre movie was pretty good. Anyway, here's what My Boyfriend's Mez is about. Hank is a charming store owner who takes an endless assortment of prescription drugs for his multiple personality disorder. He's delightfully surprised when his new girlfriend invites him to an island resort for a business retreat. Then horrified to learn that he forgot to bring his medication upon arrival. Now unable to control his system, Hank soon finds his relationship is in jeopardy as he suddenly transforms into a wild and obnoxious loudmouth. The trailer for this looks pretty interesting. I mean, it stars the dude from Jane the Virgin, Jamel Camela, I think his name is. Stars this Spanish actress named Sandra. Forgot her last name, but she was in Savages. She's actually pretty decent. And not to mention, it also features Brooke Shields, George Costanza himself, Jason Alexander. I'm kind of intrigued by this, so I'll check this one out. Alright. Also out this week, there's a film called Standing Up, Falling Down. Here's what this is about. It's about a stand-up comedian and an alcoholic dermatologist gives each other the confidence to face the failures in their lives. Now, this stars Billy Crystal and Sonic the Hedgehog himself, Ben Schwartz. This looks really funny. I mean, Billy Crystal, you know, who does not love Billy Crystal? He's the man. And Ben Schwartz, you know, coming off of Sonic the Hedgehog, I'll just watch anything that dude's in. Batch Watch is just awesome. Alright, also out this week, there's Impractical Jokers, the movie. Now, if you guys don't know, Impractical Jokers is a hit show on True TV. Yeah, on True TV. And anyway, Impractical Jokers kind of looks, the movie I should say, looks pretty interesting. I mean, you got some of the cast members like Brian Quinn's in this. And you got celebrity cameos like Jan Smith, Joey Fatone, Paula Abdul's in this. I'm actually going to see this and The Boys 2 tomorrow, so I'll have my review for both of them tomorrow. But yeah, I'm not really the biggest Impractical Jokers fan. I'm more of a Jackass fan when it comes to prank shows. But I think this could be pretty interesting. Alright, also out this week, there's a anime film called Ride Your Wave, which is about like a surfer and a firefighter who ends up, falling for each other. I mean, the animation this looks great. Weathering With You is probably one of the best Japanese anime films I've seen in recent years. Ride Your Wave might actually end up being up there too, if I see it, obviously. But I'll probably check that one out. There's a film called Premature, which is here's what this is about. On a summer night in Harlem, during her last months at home before starting college, 17-year-old poet Anania begins a summer romance with Isaiah, a music producer who has just moved into the city. This is going to be something pretty interesting. I mean, it premiered at Sundance last year with some pretty good reviews, so we'll probably check this one out. Alright, last but not least, coming to Netflix, not theirs. It's the new film, The Last Thing He Wanted, when she helps her father broker and arms deal. A reporter becomes involved in the story she's trying to break. Now, this is from the same director, Dee Reese, who gave us, Mudbound, Pariah. This also stars Anne Hathaway, Ben Affleck, William Dafoe. The trailer looked pretty decent, but the reviews for this, that it premiered at Sundance, but the reviews for this is abysmal. I mean, as of right now, it has a 7%. Like, it started with 0%, but yeah, it's. I'm surprised too, because I mean, it's from the same director who gave us Mudbound, and that scored a couple of Oscar nominations. So, going from that to something like, I mean, I haven't seen the movie. Maybe if I see it, I'll end up enjoying it. But I don't know. Anyway. Let me leave you guys. Which of these are you interested in watching? Are you interested in Call of the Wild, Brahms the Boy 2, Emma? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Timu signing.